Hey, what's up? GW coming to you live, and I want to talk about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game. And apparently, it's a big hit on Game Pass. I bought the thing, I pre ordered it before I even knew it was going to be on Game Pass. I love that stuff. So, we're going to dive right in. We're going to talk about the characters, the plot, and how fun it is. And basically, if you're a horror fan and have seen the 1974, Tobe Hooper classic, I suggest you give this a whirl because you're going to find, like I did, if you love and appreciate these movies, or especially that movie in particular, you are going to want to just walk around the house, take a look, and see how much uh, Gun Media and Sumo Entertainment has actually done. And this is not just a cheap movie tie in. This is Gun's second attempt, and it was, so far, it's been the most successful. As you know, guys, Gun Media created Friday the 13th some years back. That game, as of, I believe, December, is going to stop anything. It's going to be delisted. You can't find it anywhere, which is a shame because I actually contributed to the Kickstarter campaign of that game, and I actually got some neat stuff from Gun Media to help them get their game off the ground. But regardless, this is another asymmetrical horror film. It's 3 versus 4. There's a handful of survivors. No, I don't know their names offhand, but each one has perks. What I do know is I've been playing as the family, and there are 2 new additions to the family. Now, keep in mind, this game takes place before the 1974 version. So there's things that are going to look familiar, and there's things you're not quite going to get until you do realize, hey, wait a minute, the movie came later. Like, I played as Leatherface. And underneath the house, they took inspiration from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and created a underground labyrinth of sorts. And in all the levels, actually, there's an underground labyrinth. And I'm walking around there waiting to see Franklin's corpse, much like Dennis Hopper found in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's not there. Why isn't it there? Oh, that's right, because this game takes place, before the actual thing. So it's 3 versus 4, four victims and 3 family members. Now, there are 2 new additions to the murderous family. And one thing I want to say before I get into this, in the actual film, the name of the killer family was the Sawyers. In the Jessica Biel movie, it got turned into the Hewitts. Now it's the Slaughter family. So, really, they keep changing their name. Why? I really don't know. You can ask Kim Henkel. That's the other thing. Gun Media has promised that this game will not suffer the same fate Friday the 13th did. If you guys remember, the lawsuit on Friday the 13th sort of killed any and all additions that game would have received or any DLC that game would have received. Basically stopped Jason in his tracks. So that game is going to be delisted in December, I believe, as I had just mentioned. Now, when you pick this, unlike Friday the 13th, when you played that game, the computer would randomly select who Jason is. That is not the case in this game. You can play right off the bat as the murderous family or a victim of sorts. And each victim or survivor has actually, yeah, Fuzz, we're talking about the game, actually has different perks that you guys can unlock. Now, in addition to the 3 main killers, which are the cook, Leatherface, and the hitchhiker, they all have their different abilities. Leatherface obviously uses his chainsaw to cut up obstacles, to cut down doors, etc., etc. He has a perk called, I forget what his perk is right off the bat. But anyways, the hitchhiker can slip narrowly through cracks, can set traps to snare victims, and basically carries a straight razor to attack. The cook, he's a little different. He's slow. He carries a broom handle, but he has excellent hearing. He can pinpoint savagery was the perk that Leatherface has. In fact, they all have them. But as I was saying, the cook carries a meat hand or a broom handle and basically has excellent hearing. Now, in addition to those three main characters from the 74 film, you are going to have Sissy and Johnny. Both of them are new characters. Not much backstory has been alluded to them, except Sissy was... The only thing I could find online about her character in the game is that she is a drugged up hippie who delights in murderous ways. She actually has an ability to poison generators, poison locks. So basically, she's a pretty good threat to the survivors. Johnny, his character is much like the cook in the way he moves slow, but he's aggressive. Now, the survivors, don't ask me who they are, but the game focuses around the authorities trying to find a girl named Eva Flores. You'll notice, because every time you hit play on this game and you get into a match, you'll hear the broadcast radio over the screen saying that authorities believe Eva Flores is missing, or her sister is missing. She came to find her. Whatever. As you're playing as the family, your objective is to basically hunt down all the survivors. If you're a survivor, obviously you do what Sally Hardesty did and find the nearest exit or jump out the window, much like she did in the film, and you run to safety. And I've got to tell you, I don't play online horror games that much, but this one, like I said, this one caught my eye. I played it all weekend. I could not stop because it's just fun. I mean, it's fun for everything, especially if you're a lover of the movies. I played as Leatherface, and honestly, for the first game, I didn't really hunt anybody down. I basically walked around the house and just looked at what Gun Media had done, and they recreated the house. They recreated everything, even the field, the iconic swing, the bone room. I mean, everything is created to such a degree where they put a very, very amazing touch on everything. One thing I will say is that this game is receiving a lot of criticism because it only has 3 maps. But in Gun Media's defense, those maps are hard to figure out unless you play all day. They did say they were going to add more maps in the near future, but they are working alongside Kim Henkel. And if you guys know anything, any interview Kim Henkel does, or any time I've listened to him on commentary, he seems like a very cool guy. In fact, I believe that if they approach this right, you can add more movies from all, or more characters from all the movies, but it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time. One of the cool things about this game is no matter who you pick, killer or survivor, there is a skill tree that you can unlock. And even if you die in this game, like say you just get up and you unlock a door and you die, you're going to receive points. Those points are going to build up and you're going to get skill points. You're also going to get levels up. I don't know what the level cap is, but it's pretty fun because it means everything that you do, you play repetitiously, you are going to get somewhere in this game. If you play multiple times with a couple of characters, you will unlock outfits. I know I had to play 10 times as Leatherface to unlock the quote-unquote Pretty Woman outfit. That's the one where he's in a tuxedo-looking thing at the end of the movie, chasing down Sally Hardesty. So I got that one. If you play 20 times, you unlock the old grandma outfit. If you play a couple of survivors, you play them a couple of times, you unlock different outfits, which is really neat. This thing is a huge hit on Xbox. It's on Game Pass right now. You guys should check it out. And one thing I will say is, unlike other games that are, basically, like this, I never had to wait in the lobby. I was actually getting in, getting out. And right now I'm at level 12. And, I'm having a ball with it. And I think if you're a fan of the horror genre, and you know a little bit about this movie, or it's your favorite movie, I think you should check it out. It's fun to play. The only thing is there's no tutorials. I mean, there is. You can go watch them. Some of them have videos on what you're supposed to do. But I learned the hard way, guys. One little tip: Leatherface cannot climb a ladder. Contrary to what you see in the movie, the boy can't climb a ladder. But it's a very fun game to play, and I really enjoy it, and I hope you guys do too. Other than that, I really don't have anything. It's really hot out there. It's nasty. Humidity's back. It sucks. And yeah, like I said, have fun playing the game. I know I do. Very cool. And they've really, really nailed the atmosphere of this game. And if this game gets constant updates and it constantly gets new DLC, I think that horror fans are in for a treat, or asymmetrical horror game fans are in for a treat. And Gun Media, I want to reiterate, has basically said that this will not end the way that Friday the 13th did. So hopefully this game lasts a couple of years, and maybe they implement bots at some point. That would be fun. You guys could hunt down bots. It would be great. But as of right now, I mean, this game's firing on all cylinders, and it's a really big hit. And I think anybody who likes horror games or likes the Texas Chainsaw Massacre should check it out. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'll tell you that. So, I will catch you later, guys. Peace.